Oh no, he's found me! Oh, abort! 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 Oh well, it looks it looks okay. Hello everybody, how are you all doing this fine day? I hope that everyone is doing well. I am doing just fine, thank you very much. First of all, I need to mention there is a house alarm that is going off. It has been going off since about 4:30 this morning. Just to give you a bit of context, it's now 1:30 in the afternoon, which makes that, 9 hours this house alarm has been going off. Hopefully you can't hear it in the background. I did test and it didn't seem like it came through. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you can't hear anything. If you can, I apologise, but I do need to get this episode recorded. So, last time we began our quest for Netherite, and we got halfway there, more or less. I've got a full complement of tools, and I have got a little bit of armour. We also set up a beacon as well, which is over in the distance right there, and you might notice another change. On our most recent live stream, we constructed the very first soundstage for our movie studio, and here it is. Doesn't it look great? I think it looks pretty decent. It's taking a little while to get used to. This is not really my style of building. It's quite industrial, it's very straight, and as a result, I haven't fully warmed to it yet. However, I do like the 01 that we got on the front. I like the rolling iron door that we have here. Inside, there isn't anything of note just yet. Just a heap of torches keeping it lit and an access to a cave down there. What we are going to do is obviously get a floor down, and then on one side of the building, probably over on the far side of the building there, we will build a movie set, a set from a famous movie. Whilst over on this side is where we're going to have the farm or whatever it is that we're going to put in this soundstage. I haven't quite decided just yet. I'll include a little bit of the live stream footage so you can see us putting this together, and I will meet you in a moment. Ingredients have the word kidney in them. One of them is just kidney. I don't know. Oh, why are you here? Excuse me? Rather than just living out of my teeny-weeny little house over there and not really achieving a whole lot, I've decided to actually begin constructing my base. And for this world, I want my base to be like a movie studio. So I want to build different sound stages and movie sets and things like that all around the base. Top Cat. The most effectual Top Cat? Who's intellectual? He's the one who most of his friends get to call him TC, right? As far as I remember, Top Cat was also the indisputable leader of the gang. I think he was a boss, a king, and the championship as well. I think you could say he was probably the most tip-top. Da-da-da-da, Top Cat. And was there a movie where an old lady was a bird and a boy needed to make her a cardigan of swan feathers so she could see... What? What? That's... Don't do it! Where are they I've got to plug that hole up. Okay, I'm running out of concrete. I did not make enough concrete for this building. Don't do it! Where did you come from? It's literally the middle of the day. Why are you here? That footage was taken from our most recent live stream here on the One More Block server. If you are not following over there, then why not? Head on over and you can come and hang out with us in real time. Come and join the Tack Pack. We have a Discord as well. You can find the link to that over at Twitch. Come and influence the building of the base in real time. I'd love to hear your ideas. So if you aren't following, come on over, twitch.tv/TackProductions, give us a follow, and come and hang out with us. That brings us nicely onto what we're going to be doing for this episode. Now, I think the problem we're going to have with these buildings, if we put them everywhere, is that from the outside, sound stages are kind of boring to look at. They are very flat. If you look at any images of a soundstage, you will see that it is literally just a flat wall. The roof ends right at the top of the wall. There's not much depth or interest to them particularly. As you can kind of see, I have tried to do some stuff with our sound stages. The roof extends a little bit. We've got these supporting beams and trellises around so that there's a little bit of depth to the building and it pops a bit more. We've got some different stone textures mixed into the wall. I've got a mix of green and light green, believe it or not, concrete and terracotta. So I have tried, but it's tough to make a flat building like this look great. As a result, I think we're going to have to focus on prettying up the surroundings around the building rather than the actual building itself. And that's what we're going to move on to in a little while. First of all, I would like to get a small office building established over here, I reckon. Just so that there's somewhere to pick up like a visitor's day pass or something like that. And we can also include like a small little car park or something, which can have golf carts in there so you can be ferried around the rest of the studio, as well as other visitors' cars and things like that. So that's what we're going to work on first. We're going to get ourselves a nice little office building just right here. Alright, I have been very busy, but I finally have something that I think I'm more or less happy with. Take a little look at this. Here is our office building. And you know what? It's okay. It's not fully finished yet, but I thought I'd show you what I've got anyway. It's okay. It's not a building style that I'm used to working with, so it just doesn't look completely right to me. Like, I like my buildings to look like my house does all the way over there, sort of angles, wood and stone, whereas this is all straight edges and just and grey and, and modern. So it's going to take a while to kind of adjust to this, I think. I'm more than happy to be taking some feedback on how this looks because, like I say, I don't really know what I'm doing. But let me give you a little look around and show you this place. So the idea is that people will kind of drive in, and then this is the visitor's office. So we've got a movie poster from a previous movie, The Running Man, released in 1987. Let's head on indoors, and we can have a look at the interior. Now, I'm not fully sold on everything that I've got in here. It's quite black. I don't think the Blackstone's the right idea here. But we'll go with it for now. I've got a modern shelf right here. We've got some more storage above. A big old fish tank with a couple of wild salmon in it. Got some desks, some couches. This chair right here, I do like this chair. I do like the chair a lot. That's something I will go out for. And then we've got the visitor's book right here. Tacky Wood, please sign this logbook to register your visit and enjoy. So we got that right there. In fairness, probably the best bit about this interior here is like this little office that I have upstairs. This might be like the CEO's office, so you can look out over everything else going on down there. He's got a small little indoor garden right here. You know me, I like bringing the outside in. Another desk, we've got a map of the local vicinity. So, there we are. This is where we are at the moment. You can see the sound stage and the gates. Down here is where our base is at the moment. And then further back here is another village. And that's kind of the local lay of the land for the time being. We're basically going to be looking at building mostly on this island right here in the middle of the screen, because that's where we are right now. However, we have got plenty of space knocking around that we could potentially expand into at some point. From the upstairs, we have got a small little balcony as well that we can look out over, and this stretches around towards the back of the building. This is the most I've done around the back here. Let's take these stairs back down, and we can have a little look at the back. The back of the building I've not actually done any work on whatsoever. However, I'm not sure what work to do back here, because I don't know, this isn't my build style. I'm thinking we might be able to get away with not doing anything back here. We could probably put a little garden in this space, but around the back here we don't necessarily need to put anything, because what I want is some car parking space or golf cart parking space around to the side here so that people have a space to get their visitor passes from. And that's what I'm gonna also work on now, is just putting some roads in and getting some planters as well just down the middle here so that the middle looks a bit lived in, and then we'll see how things look after that. I also put a little radar tower on the top of the building right here. Let's go up and just have a little look-see at that. Whoop. There we are. So just a small little like radio tower right here, and an air conditioning unit sort of thing as well, just to try and add something else to the structure. And I did put some air conditioning units on the side of the soundstage as well, or what's supposed to be air conditioning units anyway. I haven't done anything else to this building. And there we have it. Get a little load of this. Isn't this lovely? I really, really like this. The road looks great. It's wide enough for our golf carts. We've got a little intersection right here in the middle. Put these planters in with some trees, some custom trees. Well, I mean, I had a go at them. We tried. We got some flowers in the way here. This is a very cool trick with the composters. If you fill up the composters until they can't take any more, then they get this nice little layer on top that looks like a, well, I don't know, better soil, I suppose. Better growing conditions for the trees. And I've done that for each of them. I think that looks absolutely great. I want to get a little bit of coarse dirt and maybe some podzol in the planters as well, just for some variation. But otherwise, I think that looks really, really good. All of the trees have got lights in so that at night time everything stays nice and safe. And I think that it's actually really, really nice. I like the archway as well. It's been, it took a little while to get the acacia trees to grow in that way, but I think it looks quite nice. What I now need to work on are the paths alongside. So you see here we've just got grass here at the moment. I need to try and do something a little bit better with that. I also have some of that on this side as well that I need to take care of. Admittedly not as bad, but I need to think of a good way to put some paths down here that people can walk along. And then in this space right here, I'm going to push this little hill back a little bit further. And this is where we're going to have a sort of car park / golf cart parking bit. So we're going to need to bring the road a little bit further over this way. And then maybe possibly around towards the back here as well. Because obviously we've got that second door right there. So it'd be nice to give that a little place to lead into. Otherwise though, that is going to do it for this episode. I'm sorry that this episode has been a little bit time-lapse heavy. But unfortunately I kind of ran out of time to record this episode. So the easiest thing to do was to just time-lapse a load of progress that we were making. And bits and pieces, so I do apologise for that. There wasn't as much content, it was just all time-lapsey. But we have gotten quite a lot of progress done, I think. The reason why I ran out of time was because, as I said, this isn't really my style of building, so it's taken a little while to get used to how to build in this way and try and make everything look good. And I think we're on the way there. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve, but we are making progress at the very least. As the sun sets, we can see the glow coming through and it looks very nice at night. We may need to find a way to light up the soundstage, but everything else looks really, really nice, I think. And so to that end, everybody, thank you so very, very much for watching this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do feel free to leave a thumbs up down below and maybe even a comment. Let me know some of your thoughts on what we've been up to here today. How things look, any ways we can improve this. If you haven't done so already, then maybe you'd consider hitting the subscribe button as well. And as I mentioned earlier, if you are not following us on Twitch, then maybe you'd consider going and giving us a follow over on twitch.tv/TackProductions as well. That way you can get caught up to date with all of the goings on the live streams and not miss any progress whatsoever in the future. Other than that, though, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, have a good day, bye!
I don't know what y'all think, but I think that's pretty.